I have to be optimistic. And the main reason I have to be optimistic is, I have a 4.5-year-old daughter and grandchildren and, and grown children that I would like to see have some sort of a life, other than, picking seeds out of a devastated field someplace or learning how to trap and cook squirrels, Not that that's anything wrong with that, but you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm optimistic. But like I've been saying, the Republican Party has to be murdered. That's certainly a metaphor, but I don't know that I meant it metaphorically. I guess I did. You can't murder a political party, can you? You can suffocate it by withholding funds from it, which is going to be impossible in this society because of the horrendous link between failed Republican policy and corporate America. I've said this for 4 years, if anyone. And I always wait for these right-wing pissants who try to get, their degenerate little emails in here to me, but they're blocked. And they get an automated response instead. We just look for keywords, you dumbasses. But I've been waiting for any right-winger in 4 years to give to the audience of this program one example of anything that the Republican Party has not completely destroyed in America. I've tossed out everything. Economically, the practice of religion, if you have to go there, the military, the environment, retirement, medical care, education, anything that the Republicans haven't destroyed. And the destruction is evident not in what the plan was. No child left behind. No. In the outcome of these stupid, ridiculous, nonsense, corporatist policies. And you know what? In 4 years, not one of these cowardly little sniveling right-wingers has ever been able to call this program, and usually not even get past the first 2 or 3 sentences with their nonsensical remarks, well, did you ever serve in the military? That kind of crap. They can't do it. It is a failed ideology, utterly failed. And I guess that's why they have become such sheep, such followers. They're willing to follow right-wingers, Republicans, conservatives, as they exist today, conservatives. They're willing to follow anybody. Whoever farts the loudest for these people will be the one that gets their attention. If it's farts coming from Limbaugh, they all head that way. If it's farts coming from the governor of Alaska, they all head that way. If it's farts coming from Sean Hannity, then they moo and go that way. They're leaderless, rudderless bunch of idiots that still support policies that are destroying their lives, destroying their families, destroying their health, their children, the planet. This is the part that has intrigued me now and fascinated me and disturbed me for a decade. Why do Republicans, the voters, keep doing this? And I've come to the conclusion it has to be genetic. They must be genetically programmed to self-destruct. And I have no problem with that. Kill yourselves, God damn it. Do what Charles Grassley suggested for these corporate people. Go ahead, off yourselves. Get off the planet, if that's what you want to do. But there are a lot of people on this earth who would like to have a chance. And they don't think a goddamn tax cut constitutes their chance, especially when it's a tax cut for the upper 0.5%. You silly people, you really are. You right-wingers. I spent a lot of time trying to understand what your ideology was, and then I came to the conclusion that it was irrelevant, and then I came to the conclusion that it's relevant only in the sense that it is so massively destructive that it can bring down the entire planet. Hello? You people should be ashamed. Anyone who votes Republican should be ashamed.